All right, boys and girls, chooms of all ages, welcome to Cyberpunk Red, brought to you by Blazing Blasters. I'm Bo, and with us tonight we have Slip, who's playing Switch, and Zypher, who's playing Marcus. And last but not least, we have Pet playing S.W. Duger. We might have an assorted cast of characters joining us later, as we are wont to do. Look forward to more games here coming up soon. We're going to go on an accelerated plan to play more and more Cyberpunk, I think, in June and July. So stay tuned. As Papa John says, stay tuned. Without further ado,
It does.
Let's get started. Yeah.
30
Stay
pizzas.
tuned. 30 pizzas in 30 days. Stay tuned. Here we go. Tell me when you guys hear music. You should be able to hear that.
Yeah, nice.
Introduction. Monday Night Mayhem. There's smoke in the room where the King Hammer resides. King Hammer, otherwise known as Raaj Oppenheimer. Raaj is a large, muscular man. He's a man of great appetites. This means, in no uncertain terms, that he likes to have fucking fun. He likes women, he likes music, smoking, drinking, and fighting. But most of all, Oppenheimer loves Eddies. That's right. He's in his box seat now. It's hours before the main event starts. He chuckles at the pre-fight festivities below. 4 little people are having a cage match. 2 of them are bloody. 1 is unresponsive. Trauma Team jokes they only charge half price for this sort of thing. And the soon-to-be winner is on the top rope, and whoa! Now that was a move worthy of one of the greatest. Bulk Rogan. Raj laughs. He smokes his cigar and counts his eddies. Yeah, it's gonna be a preem night, chooms. He looks at his guards. We just hope nothing goes down that will spoil his fun. He leans back. This cigar is fucking great! Yes! He watches as the unresponsive little person is carted off the mat. Is he receiving CPR? No matter. I'm sure he'll be fine, Oppenheimer thinks. And so will I. I have enough guns. Then he sits up straight. But if Moloch or that vigilante comes after me, they'll be more discreet. You know what? I need cyber. He raises his agent to his oversized cauliflower ear and he says, yeah! Get me Blaze! But for now, we're going to do our gigs because 2 weeks have passed since the last session.
Mm-hmm.
We're now all up in the apartment here.
What page is that on? Do you know?
The gigs. Yeah, I'll pull
Yeah,
it
they're
up
not
in a
called
second.
gigs. What are they called? Mickey always.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. Hustles, I think they're called.
Hustles.
Yeah, hustles.
I don't see that.
Making a living in a cyberpunk world. It is.
381.
I'm pulling it up right now. Exec hustle. You want to go first?
Yeah. Let me
If
hear.
you type in hustle into the compendium, it'll come up.
Zach Hustle. Yep. 1d6. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A 1.
1. Landed a moderate success on a project. Earned a reward bonus. 300 eddies. Oh no, 500 eddies. 500.
You rank 5.
Mm-hmm. Or am I? Hold on. Let me verify that. I might be 4. I'm 4, so 300.
Once you roll the second time, then you can maybe weave them both into the same story or something.
So, yeah. 600 eddies, I'll take it. Let's see. What would he be doing?
I'm gonna pay you right now.
Sure.
Cha-ching.
Along with, he hires, oh man, I don't know. Let me think about it. Maybe somebody else's will jog my memory into something.
Sounds good. Anybody else want to go?
I'll go.
All right, switch. You are a solo.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a d6.
All right.
And roll another one. 2. 2 and 5.
That makes sense.
So bodyguard work, high-end client, and then attracted undue attention, had to lay low.
Yeah, so probably the only bodyguard work that SW ever really is okay with her doing is something for someone, that he doesn't think is going to be like, it's mostly a pretty safe gig. And so high end tends to be that, mostly for show. There's other people on the job. And so maybe she went to work for another Militech higher up. But during the job, she got it done, but there actually was a hit out on this guy. Nobody knew about it. SW didn't know about it. And so during the job, they were all out at some public event, and shots were fired at this guy and didn't hit him, but Switch just took off and clobbered the guy. He tried to get through the crowd, but she, wove in and out until she caught up with them. He was wearing some kind of a mask. She tackles him, and as she does, it turns out to be not just some hired thug, but like the son of another higher up who had some resentment. Like maybe his dad had gotten fired by this guy. And so it was personal. And so while she did her job and, did a good job, she made another kind of enemy in the process, because now this guy got arrested and his dad had connections. And so the next week she kind of laid low while everybody made sure that there wasn't going to be serious repercussions from it.
Nice. That works for me. Oh, makes my job so easy having great players. You're up next, Marcus Blazik.
Let's do this.
4. And 6. Ooh. So found a valuable data cache in an abandoned system and sold it. Oh, that's
Well,
perfect
that
for
makes
you.
sense.
And then 6 is sabotage or otherwise disable a major system for a faceless client.
Yes. So, after Marcus found the construct in that warehouse server farm, everybody kind of leaves that place not knowing what the next step to do is. What they found is quite valuable. Marcus retreats back to his bus and starts traveling the network, trying to think about what his next step should be, referring to Alpha. And soon he finds himself running low on eddies, and he goes to this usual hang of his. It's deep in the war zone, but you travel far enough and search long enough, and if you've been there, you know where it's at. Is an enclave called Old Zion. It's completely it is in the war zone, but it's very different from Night City. There is old stuff here, old cars, old appliances, old containers. There is a level of growth also here. The ground seems to be not as polluted as closer towards the core of the city. There is a commune-like feel to this place. Copious amount of natural drugs are being produced and consumed. And Marcus generally retreats here when he's low on funds and does not know what to do next. And on one of their bulletin boards that he frequents, there is this discussion of some sort of a waste slurry management system that has been embezzling funds, and they have not been keeping up with their maintenance schedules. And one of those slurry pipes has burst and contaminated like a large section of the city. But again, the poor part of the city nobody gives a shit about. And Marcus goes on a mission. He starts searching the net, for any information on how to get back at these fuckers. And while he's searching, one clue leads to another. He's moving through the seedy underbelly of the city, and he finds a set of instructions, some old tapes, kind of scurried away, corrupted away into some corner of some unknown, forgotten place deep in the old part of the city. And he eventually gets it. He finds the data cache, and there's a lot of old code in there, code that is very valuable because a lot of today's megacorps are based on this old code. This is some core functionality that's been baked into their security systems. It's a very fundamental piece of software, long forgotten, compiled, and obfuscated beyond readability, right? But he finds it and he sells it to the right people. But in there he finds, kind of luck smiles on him, and he finds there are some old access codes to a admin panel in this weight management company's external customer satisfaction portal. And from that admin panel, he's able to kind of backdoor his way into the main servers. He's able to collect a lot of memos and documents and legalese about different parts of the organization, raising the red flag about this pipe, and then other trying to suppress it, and then somebody else talking about tax breaks and end of the fiscal year agreements and settlements and stuff like that. He grabs it all, jacks out, finds his network, the revolutionistas, and starts spreading the information all over the net.
It's absolutely perfect. Again, my life is easy because of my talented role players.
The truth shall be set free.
And you have been paid, my friend, 600 eddies total, which is probably a small fortune for your
For
broke
me,
ass.
yes, for sure.
So
So
I
A
don't
lot of
know.
bus tickets.
Yeah,
A lot of bus tickets.
a
And
lot of bus tickets.
speaking of buses, um, we're going to pan across Night City, and it's of course raining. And I don't know, man. You might been living high on life here for a while, with all those eddies in your pocket. And tell me what it looks like as you're rolling through Night City at about 6 o'clock at night. The rain is pouring down over the shield of the autonomously driven uh, public transport bus that you're on. You're next to Tweedledee and Tweedledum again. You, you take the same route them, and they're going to work. They work the night shift, and there's no small amount of BO present. And tell me what that looks like, and then I'm gonna show you an advertisement that's playing on the seat panel in front of you.
Perfect. Yeah, so Marcus is he can feel the eddies burning a hole in his pocket. He's never made so much money, ever since he's met his a little off-brand group of fellow truth seekers, as he calls them, and he's referring to like SW and the crew, right? He's been able to like make more and more money, and now he sees a path to what his future lies, and but at the same time he's in a bus, and he knows that if he tries to shine too bright, then all it means is a target on his back, and that's not how you seek and expose the truth. You have to be hidden always, and where else better to be hidden among the heaving bosoms of Tweedledee and Tweedledum? The BO and the stench is now almost unnoticeable to Mark, since he's been, on this bus and between them for so long. Um, there is definitely um, there's food, and there is drool. It's a assault on the senses, but Marcus is desensitized. He's not even thinking about the meat space he lives in right now. He's thinking about alpha, and he's thinking about the money, and he's thinking about the news that's going to break out the next day. Um, and as he's kind of thinking about that, Tweedledum kind of in her haze or stupor of whatever she's experiencing,
Yeah.
brain dance. She drops her bag, and
Oh.
and also kind of farts and pukes a little at the same time. The
Huh?
bag the bag drops down, kind of, and things kind of
Don't
like
you
scatter
please have
out.
me my bag?
Yeah, and he looks at her, and he looks at the bag, and
Huh?
there is used condoms and massive dildos and used tampons. Yeah, there is even a brochure for employment at the Gentleman's Delight, and he, against his better judgment, he
Are you
gets up.
violent? Come
He
As
he
you
get
go ahead.
Yeah, he gets up from the seat against his better judgment, and he starts moving to the other side of the bus, definitely against his modus operandi, but a man can only take so much.
Before you left, thank you for helping with my purse. Here, I know that floor is disgusting. Have yourself some sanitizer. She hands out sanitizer. That is like a hand sanitizer, and she squirts it at you.
Marcus just looks at her, doesn't know what to say. All he looks at his hands is like as if he jacked off an elephant, um, and he's like, "Thank you, enjoy," and he
As
kind of
you
Yeah.
As you sit down in your new seat with the rain streaming down and the neon lights flashing past you, you leave the sisters in peace. Leave them to their filth and to their flatulence. And you realize this is Monday, man. This is a day. You know your friends Duger and Switch are going to be living it up soon because they have tickets to the one event you wish you could go to. And an advertisement just plays in front of you.
Are you ready for wrestling?
Turn up the volume.
Electrifying event in wrestling history. It's time for Monday Mayhem, presented by Gods of Chrome.
Not very loud, is it?
Prepare to see Sandy Ravage, Allison Wonderhand, Proper Rogering, and
That's what I'm talking about.
step into the ring to prove once and for all who is master of their domain. Sponsored by Big Kahuna Burger, Gods of Chrome is dedicated to providing high-flying entertainment, but not for the whole family. Gods of Chrome may involve blood, guts, foul language, sexual situations, sexual abuse, substance use, substance abuse, strobes lights and photography, and finally, several genetically engineered, extremely dangerous creatures who are no doubt poisonous and ravenous with hunger.
That's
So
what
are
I'm
you
talking
waiting
about.
for? Call your friends, lie to your boss, and ditch work. Get your fat asses over to see Monday Mayhem, presented by Gods of Chrome.
This is a tasty burger.
And what's your reaction as you see that advertisement that you certainly just can't go to?
Yeah, so Marcus is looking at it, and he's now completely forgotten about all his other thoughts, and he's kind of honed in, zoomed in on the little screen in front of him, and he's now moved his face as the ad continued to play. Marcus kept inching closer and closer and closer to the screen, and he's now just couple of nose distance away from the screen, and he's like smiling and looking at it like like an idiot, and he's like, "Gods of Chrome, Gods of Chrome," and
That's when your agent goes off.
and he's continues, like, he kind of looks down and he gets irritated because something is distracting him from this amazing screen, and he pulls out his agent. Hello.
Yo, Marcus! What's up, Choom? How you doing? Hey, you're still not on that fucking bus, are you? I hear honking horns. I hear an engine.
And yeah, I'm always on the bus. This is the safest place to be. It's
It
not
ain't
tracked.
Lolo.
But who is this? Wait, who are you? How do you know I'm on the bus? What the fuck? And he kind of looks around.
It's not hard, man. These agents these days are pretty hi-fi. Smooth stuff, Choom. Hey, tell you what, Marcus. I'm in need of a little bit of tech help. Little cyber security. You interested?
Yeah, but yes, but who is this?
This is your old pal, Raaj Oppenheimer. Yeah, you might know me by what they call
King
me in
Hammer?
the States. Yeah, motherfucker. King Hammer. That's all you got to say, my boy.
Oh, well, it's an honor to work for you, King Hammer. I'll be right there. Tell me where should I come?
Oh, not even asking for the pay? That's my type of choom.
You're King Hammer. You run the streets. It's fine.
To be fair, I run A Street, but that's neither here nor there. Listen, it's not the most glamorous of thing. It's a little lowbrow, but listen, I like it. You ever heard of a little operation called Gods of Chrome?
And when he says that, Marcus kind of looks down, looks at the phone, looks at the screen in front of him, and he freaks out. He jumps up, grabs the the stop cable and runs towards the door and starts banging it till the door opens and then starts running in the street. And he's like,
stop! This isn't your stop!
how do they know I'm watching Gods of Chrome? Like, he completely freaks out.
sanitizer.
And he's like running in the rain. How do they know I'm on the bus? How do they know I was watching Gods of Chrome? Is it really you, King Hammer? Or is this the government? And he kind of is ready to throw the phone away.
It's me, King Hammer, king of the 1970s, ancient history, but that's my style, Choom.
All right. So, Gods of Chrome, can I watch while I work?
Right downtown, listen, I got myself a preem box seat, not far off from ringside, but you know me, I'm a businessman. I always gotta watch my back, Blaze. And yeah, I got muscle, I got guns, I got guards with chrome, but you know ain't who I got. I ain't got a smart motherfucker like you. I need somebody to watch my side, but make sure nobody hacks into my system. Takes me unawares. Now, I just got done watching a lovely presentation by four little people. One of them died, unfortunately, but listen, in 3 hours, it's the main event. You ever heard of Sandy Ravage?
Yes. And his camel clutch. Oh, that move is impossible to get out of. Yes, I know Sandy Ravage.
Well, I don't even have to ask. They're gonna be fighting proper Rogering in 3 hours. Gods of Chrome is doing it right tonight, my friend.
Proper Rogering and his cunt kick final move.
The cunt kick. You know it the most, my boy. Hey, listen, I'll see you in a couple hours, yeah? And I'll even fucking buy you a drink. Not one of those swill concoctions they serve in the war zone, but a real nice Manhattan.
You're on, boss man. I'm going to make my way there. I need to find a different way of transportation. I'll see if I can steal a bicycle. Buses, I don't know if I can trust them anymore.
Yeah,
See you
however
soon.
you get here. It's all right with me. Just don't get here with any bullet holes in your chest, okay, Choom?
And with that, like, Marcus is still running and he stops and clicks the phone, the agent off, and he's like, I get to see it. Yes. Cunt in a clutch. Yes, I get to see it. And he kind of continues to scream as he runs down the street looking for some bicycle or something that he can steal to make his way to the arena downtown.
And as Marcus Blazek is heading downtown, we return to Beavertown, where Slip is getting dressed into something more comfortable and more appropriate and more sexy, because she has a date tonight with her best friend. Maybe. Certainly nothing more. But she's going to see Sandy Ravage and Proper Rogering in tonight's main event at Monday Mayhem, presented by Gods of Chrome and Big Kahuna Burger. That is a tasty burger. So what does it look like as you guys are getting ready? I know what it looks like in my house. Tell me what it looks like as you guys are getting ready with your fake romance.
Well, even though SW had told her multiple times that she should take Marcus, because, he didn't enjoy it more, she knows him well enough that she could tell how disappointed he was that she had kind of misinterpreted things at first, and that he only had 2 tickets, and she just eventually told Marcus, no. I'm sorry, I gotta take SW. And but she's really, really excited. I think she's in her room, just picking clothes up off the floor, looking for something that she hopes, looks appropriate. I think what she's probably assembled is what in her mind she imagines would be kind of a low-key version of a professional wrestling outfit.
Oh yeah.
Of course, very tight-fitting top and bottom, some sparkly red hot pants, and thigh-high black pleather boots with huge platform heels, a midriff showing, tank top in shiny Wonder Woman blue. She's looking for, armlets and wristlets and, just things that she can add. She really doesn't know. She wants to look good, but also, the inner child in her is just wants to dress up like one of the wrestlers. So she's trying to find a happy medium. And so eventually she comes out in this getup, which, it has her hair pulled back in a high ponytail. And she's looking around for SW to see if he's ready.
Yeah, SW is at his desk with a synth cigar in his mouth. He's watching something on his terminal, the back of the terminal facing switch. His belt is unbuckled, and his pants are undone, mostly just because of the uncomfortable. He's wearing a pant size too small. Unrelated, as he's watching live feeds of the Gentleman's Delight, which you can pay 5 eddies per half an hour to watch from a distance. And when he sees her come out, he turns off the monitor and looks up. He's like, "Oh, is it time already?" He agreed to go with her. He put up some fight, but he'll never disagree to go with her to some place, as he's always happy to be around her, even if he has to deal with professional wrestling. He gets up and shamelessly just rebuckles his pants and puts his belt back on, and yeah, I need some bigger pants, he says, and kind of walks around the desk. He's got his business wear on, and he grabs the bottle of bourbon that he's been drinking and walks closer, and he's like, "Well, you're really dressed up."
Yeah, she's kind of got this expectant but also worried look on her face, what's he gonna, is this good or bad? And she says, kind of looking herself up and down, "Is this okay? Do I need bigger pants?"
No. You don't have the belly I do. You look good. He would never say otherwise, no matter what he thought.
"Okay," she says, relief just flooding, and she just kind of spins around for a second. "All right then. We don't want to be late."
You almost look like a wrestler.
She just flushes red, and she says, not silly though, right?"
Oh no, not at all. Not silly. Wrestling's not silly in the least.
"Well, yeah, I know. I meant me."
Oh, no, not at all. Blend right in.
"Yeah, I'm just trying to find a place to put," and she's just got her big SMG, nowhere to really.
I don't know. Put it in a duffel bag. I'll carry it.
Okay.
Or maybe a big purse. I got you that purse.
She thinks about it, and she's like, "Yeah, I think if I really shove it in there." And so she goes and grabs this handbag, which is designer, and actually is red and kind of matches her hot pants. But she shoves SMG in there, and it makes a huge lumpy shape in there. But she kind of puts it over her shoulder, without any sense of self-consciousness about that, and she says, "Come on, come on, come on!
I'm
Call
coming,
the
I'm
driver."
coming. He like slowly walks over. He has like the 2040 version of Crocs that he slips on his feet. Kind of
What the?
slowly walks towards. He doesn't bother getting his gun. He's like, "Oh, Preston will be with us." And,
Come on, Dad.
Yeah, he kind of
You have
saunters out.
some white New Balances on.
Right. And he follows her out to the door they already have a ride over there with one of his cronies to drive them.
Preston. Love his boys. Where will it be to, sir?
What's the arena they're playing at?
I don't know. What's a cool name?
The Night City
Chrome Dome.
Yeah, the Night City Chrome Dome. Take us to the Chrome Dome. We're going to see something the Switch wants to watch.
Oh, the dome.
Oh, Dome!
Yeah. Oh, Ravage is rustling tonight. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Who do you like, Switch?
Well, Camilla Stud Crusher was my favorite until, that legal thing where I wasn't allowed to come within 500 yards of her. But, restraining order, that's the word.
Yes.
But between the two, I don't know. Normally I'd be 100% Team Sandy, but Proper Roger can be sneaky. He's got that sidekick. We'll just have to see.
Yes. The sidekick. Quite lethal, yes, the sidekick. All right, to the Chrome Dome it is. Buckle in, Switch and Duger, and enjoy your evening.
Yeah. Just be outside in case somebody tries to kill us like usual.
Of course. I've got my trusty sidekick here. Myself, Switch. He pats his weapon. He pats it, and then he hits a button, and the glove compartment comes down. It's just like a fucking arsenal in there.
Mm-hmm.
We are quite safe.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had one of those. I could just push a button, and my arm would open up, and there it would all be.
That's probably unwise. Don't go looking for that, okay?
I know. I mean, I couldn't. She looks at her arm. I couldn't fit it all in there anyway.
Yeah, maybe you get a bigger arm or something.
Looks thoughtful.
He just leans back and continues to smoke and drink heavily.
So, did your new prostitute make you any money this week?
Oh, I totally forgot about her. I'll have to have somebody check in on her. Preston, to-do list for tomorrow?
Yes, sir. What was her name again, and do you have her agent's number?
Yeah, I'll send it over.
Roger that, sir. I will make sure that she pays money. Mr. Duger, is this a or else situation?
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yes, sir. Okay. It's nice, Preston, for now. Or else.
Yeah, she really fucked up and does owe us some money, so I guess I can't be nice to them all. Gotta
No, you
keep my
can't,
rep.
sir. Yes, sir. Gotta keep your rep, sir.
At least gotta pay off my dress.
That's true. We might have to sell her to somebody. I don't know. We'll see. One of the dregs or something. Outside of town. Joy Toy. Joy Toy in Chicago. See how she likes that.
Switch like frowns for a second and almost like a feeling of like maybe guilt kind of crosses her face, but then it kind of disappears and she says she really shouldn't have fucked with me.
Yeah, don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with you. Mostly.
Mostly.
And he just continues to smoke and drink heavily.
As they get closer and closer, you know, the lights get brighter and the, you know, like this, you can hear the people outside. Switch has just got her face practically glued to the window as the miles pass.
Yeah. So tell me what it looks like as you guys kind of roll up on this just absolutely teeming city block. There's people all around. There's, you know, Gods of Chrome presented by Big Kahuna Burger. That is a tasty burger. All over, like the marquee is scrolling around the block, like Times Square, right? People are standing outside. Marcus might be rolling up on his bicycle. I'll let you guys role play it, but paint the picture for me. Paint the picture.
Yeah, well, Duggar gets out of the limousine and stretches out and grabs his belt and kind of pulls it away from his stomach for a moment, and he kind of groans and his pants are kind of tight around the crotch. He kind of spreads his legs out and, you know, adjusts his nuts as he steps out. And, oh my God, this place. He looks around.
Yeah, Switch hops out on the other side and she's just looking around, you know, in amazement. You know, I kind of picture it like Vegas at night, maybe Fremont Street, just all sorts of people, all walks of life, you know, but lots of high-end cars and, you know, the train overhead and lights everywhere, everybody talking, everybody excited. And she's like, I know, right? It's amazing. Come on.
Alright. He takes another swig of the bourbon they was drinking and kind of throws it back in the car after he puts the stopper on it. Kind of saunters after Switch, who's moving way too quickly for him to keep up.
Yeah, she eventually notices and kind of slows down to, but there's, you know, poorly masked impatience on her face. Does Marcus show up on his bike, or does he have another?
Yeah.
It's a tricycle.
Yeah, it's like more like a tricycle. So you know, Marcus is after he got off the phone with King Hammer, he's now running through the streets. He's going towards the Chrome Dome, but eventually runs out of gas. He's like, I can't do this, and he kind of looks around. I'm not built for this meat space shit. And he sees like a guy on a skateboard. He kind of runs behind him and like just at the right time just pushes him over. You know, this guy goes tumbling down the stairs and Marcus, you know, picks up the board. I need to take this. It's for the truth. And he kind of jumps on the skateboard and starts like skating. And he's skating, you know, he kind of remembers a bit of his old youth. But soon, like, he now finds himself going down, like really like a steep set of stairs. He kind of makes it halfway through, misses the skates, goes tumbling down the stairs, and gets to the bottom, looks around dazed. and he sees that he's now like maybe 10 blocks away from the Chrome Dome, and now he's like stands up, jumps up, starts moving his hands up and down, waving his arms like gods of Chrome, and he starts running again. This time he comes across a cyclist, pushes the cyclist over, jumps on board, and comes squeak, 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 squeak. And SW and Switch have gotten off the their nice fancy car, and they're climbing the steps, and like just then you can hear like a few horns beeping, honk honk, as this Marcus squeak 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 brings up his cycle, kind of throws it to the freaking curb. Fuck this, man. And he starts climbing up the stairs behind you guys, but he's unaware that you guys are there.
Yeah, Switch is just like gawking everywhere, overhead, in front, left, right, eventually behind her. And then she, turns back to the front, but then does like a double take.
I don't know how to stop these sound effects. They keep looping.
It's getting intense
I
now.
thought it was you.
It won't stop. Hang on. Let me stop everything. Just stop everything. Stop everything.
Oh, yeah.
It won't quit. Literally. I keep hearing Kip.
It's like Bo's Night of Romance soundtrack when he doesn't want to put in a lot of work.
All right, I'm gonna refresh my stream skip, see what happens.
That's what I'm talking about.
It won't stop no matter what I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
I stopped everything and it won't stop.
It should be like restart ours, and then you would have to press play again for it to
Yeah,
start.
maybe
I
that's
don't
what we
know.
need to do.
I'm just gonna delete them. I don't want to delete them, but I will. I will do what I must. Delete.
That's what I'm talking
Element.
I really thought you were doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I was thinking that, now they're close to the Chrome Dome, there's these huge neon 3D signs where...
Yeah, like hit left, right, just
Yeah.
lapping at
It won't stop. I deleted it even.
You probably have to.
I can't...
Can you shut
Are
down
you guys still
Chrome
hearing it?
or shut down Syrinscape?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
just
still
shut
hearing
down
it?
Syrinscape.
Oh, yeah.
No, I shut down.
Oh, I'll shut it
Actually-
down, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say all of us shut down and then log back and you can't hear
All right,
it.
I'm gonna shut it down. All right, bye. All right, I'm gonna shut down. All right, I'm shut down Crindscape. I'm gonna shut my browser window. Insane.
turning it off and turning it on.
I don't know. That's just par for the course for this game. It's fine. It's absolutely fine with this game. Normally I'd be all pissed, but I don't care for this game because it makes total sense. All right, there we go. So we're in. All right, let me see if it's... Dude, if I open it again.
Oh, yeah.
If it's still playing,
Oh.
that means Marcus has hacked me.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you hear Kip?
I don't hear
That's what I'm
anything
talking
yet. I need to restart.
I'm not going to play a Kip again, but you didn't hear me? That's what I'm talking about.
That is a tasty burger.
All right, let's see. Select campaign. Cyberpunk. My stuff. Okay, it doesn't seem to be playing for me at least.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
get it.
good. All right, good. I'll just do like the King Hammer song. It's fine.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, sorry I ruined your
No.
Black Panther party.
There's
Go ahead.
actually a weird glitch on the billboards all around. Like
Yeah.
maybe the city's power bank is strained by all the light shows. And
Macho Man's face keep going, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like everybody's suddenly staring at this glitch that's going on all the billboards and screens, and even Switch kind of stops and kind of shakes her out of her reverie, and then she looks behind her again and she sees Marcus looking up at the billboards, and she's like, she just starts poking Duger in the shoulder with her finger. Marcus is behind us.
He turns around and looks at Marcus coming. Okay, did you invite him?
She looks a little uncertain and says, I was pretty sure I explained it and he understood.
That's Marcus, are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure, but
Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can get another ticket. It said it was sold out.
No, it's my fault. Let me handle it. And she cups her hands around her mouth and inhales and says, "Oh, Marcus!"
Marcus is staring at the the neon sign that is kind of stuck with oh yeah, and he's taking his Ray-Bans off and on to see if he can move it quick enough to see if there's a glitch in there, if it's some sort of a programming, and then he hears his name, and Switch would see this, like he almost feels like Macho knows his name, like as if he's saying Marcus instead of saying oh yeah, and he takes a couple of steps back, almost like the image of this person who's completely perplexed. What? Huh? And then he sees straight ahead and he sees Switch and he like waves his hands with joy. Switch! And he starts screaming and starts running up the stairs at them.
Yeah, she big smile crosses her face seeing how excited he is, and she picks him up in a big bear hug and is about to pile drive him, but she's like, this is probably not appropriate behavior here. and so she just puts him down with maybe a cracked rib or two, and
yeah, and as you raised him up to administer the pile driver, you can see his face, and his face is like smiling back at you and nodding as if he knows what's going to come next because you practiced it. And then when you kind of put him down and you look at him and smile, he kind of gives you a smile, but you can see there's like some amount of like sadness in the smile, like as if it didn't happen.
She's like, yeah, it's just real crowded here. Marcus, buddy, what are you doing here?
I got invited.
I know, and I'm really sorry but it's, I had to take SW. But maybe we can find a ticket for you. We'll go see.
Wait, SW also got invited?
No, he had tickets, remember? Wait, what do you mean? Are you talking about somebody else?
Yeah, I got invited. Did I tell you about King Hammer?
King Hammer? Who doesn't know about King Hammer?
Yeah, King Hammer invited me to this place. He said I've got box seat access.
What?
Who's King
And
Hammer?
And now we are like starting to walk through the doors, and we kind of open the doors, and there's some people who clearly seem to be wearing like those red velvet like usher coats, and they come towards, like make a beeline at Marcus, and he kind of like steps back like, who are these people? And then like, Mr. Blaze, you're expected. And Marcus looks at both of you, Switch and Duger, and kind of gives a smile, like a shit-eating grin.
Unfucking believable. And she's like jealous, but also she's really happy for him. And she looks at Duger and says, all this is King Hammer.
What do you mean? I don't know who King Hammer is.
Like he runs the whole circuit.
Oh. So he's like a promoter.
Well, I mean, kind of, I guess.
Well, maybe we should go have a chat. See if we can get ourselves into that box. I'm pretty persuasive.
She shrugs. She says, I guess can't do any harm. She says, hey, Marcus, wait up.
Yeah, come on. We're gonna get late. The match is gonna start soon.
So I guess she kind of picks up the pace, catches up, and you can see the three of them heading in, following some men in black suits, obviously, who work here.
And as they're walking by, Switch, we should come back and get all those corn dogs. You see that?
She's like, oh, I do love corn dogs, but Duger said we could go get Kahuna burgers.
We can have both corn dogs and Kahuna burgers.
How much do you eat?
Not often, but when I do, I eat a lot. Because I don't make that much money.
I tend to know that you make plenty of money.
Yeah, but it's tied up in various schemes. No. Jobs, yes. Truth-seeking jobs.
Yeah.
The truth is very costly.
All right, Marcus, can you introduce us to this Hammerface guy?
King
Yeah.
Hammer. You
King
gotta
Hammer.
be polite.
King Hammer.
King Hammer.
Okay, I'll try to say
Should we
that
call
with a
him
straight
Your
face.
Majesty?
No, I don't think I will.
Yeah, I'll put in a good word for you, Marcus. Yeah. Come on, let's go. The match is going to start pretty soon.
All right. Well, let's see what you got there, Marcus.
King Hammer himself called me personally on my...
Okay, can you lead us to where we gotta go?
Yes. Hey, you guys with the black suits. Take us to King Hammer.
Sir, name and identification, please. You don't look like the type that should be allowed in this sort of establishment. In fact, you look a little bit shifty, if I may say so myself. Sir, does he look shifty? Yes, sir, he looks shifty. What about you, Ted? Does he look shifty? He looks like the most unsavory sort, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, you look shifty. I don't think you should be allowed in here.
Yes. 1 minute. I know why. It's on purpose. Yeah, I do. So, just a minute. And Marcus takes a deep breath and he just stands very, very still. Because this whole time Marcus has been moving from his left foot to his right foot to his left foot.
Shifty.
Shifty. The whole time. Yes.
Switch
Good.
Sir, you look nervous. Do you need to urinate, sir? A public restroom is just down the block, sir.
Hey! Switch gets right nose to nose with
Hey,
him.
what, Blondie?
She puts out her index finger, she pokes him right in the collarbone. She says, you don't know who you're talking to.
Oh,
That's
I like your
Blaze.
style, girl. Oh, that's Blaze. Oh, who are you?
He was invited by Hammer himself. Well, if he says he was...
Which Hammer? King or MC? Hey, Ted, you hear that? King or MC? Yes, sir. That was a good joke, sir.
Says, you want to end up in a headlock yourself?
Hey, you're not Sandy Ravage, okay?
She puts him in a headlock.
Give me a what's the hand-to-hand one?
I think it's brawling or something in that.
Yeah, whatever it is, just give it to
Brawling,
me.
yeah.
Just give it to me.
Let's see. Fight. Oh, let me click on my face. That didn't work. There we go. Brawling.
Unless you have
See
a
how well
martial
that
art.
goes.
Oh,
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that 23 is just shy of incredible. It is heroic. So tell me what happens as you put the two.
He says, you're no Sandy Rabbit. And, before he even finishes, she's just a blur.
Ted!
Like
Help!
her
Ted!
her implant, her speed implant kicks in, and she's just suddenly behind him, and she's got him in a full Nelson, and she's starting to put a sleeper hold on him, and he's starting
Ted, I'm stuck!
and she grins over at Ted, and says, "Call King Hammer."
We'll call King Hammer, sir. Mr. Attractive, blonde girl.
Yeah, as he's talking to her, his friend's just sliding down into the ground, losing consciousness. She says, he's all right. He's just going to sleep. Call King Hammer.
Here.
Say Blaze is here. She's in her mind thinking, I seriously hope this is not just a delusion.
He doesn't quite lose consciousness, and even as the guy kind of starts to lose consciousness, this big dude kind of emerges from outside, and he goes, "Oh, there we go, Mr. Plastic. You bought friends."
Switch just drops the guy on the floor like
Theatrics! I didn't
Stunned.
think you would arrange such a thing, Marcus. That is hilarious. Just like what's going to happen in the ring.
King Hammer. She like starts jumping up and down and kind of like hugging Duger and saying, "It's him!
Doll. Hey.
Did you see that sleeper hold?"
I did see that sleeper hold. Unfortunately, my neck girth is of such a size, I don't think you can get your rather feminine arms around the likes of me, but I'd like to see you try. Anyhow.
That's the move that got the restraining order from Camilla Studcrusher when I ran into her at the mall.
Huh?
Excuse me,
Never mind.
Mr. Hammer. My name is S.W. Duggar, and I'm with Marcus here, and this is my associate Switch. I represent Militech Corporation, and I just happened to run into Marcus, and he said he was doing a job for you, and I was wondering if we could hang around and maybe help him out.
Militech? Marcus? Is this true? If so, it may be just a most fortunate surprise. He takes a big drag off a cigar.
Yes,
What's your tongue, Marcus?
yes, King Hammer. Sometimes Marcus, even the Blaze has to do things for money. That is, yes.
What are you talking about, Marcus? We're good friends, right?
He's my best friend. Well, other than SW.
Yes. It is my history with Militech that the king.
No. Militech. I could make some powerful friends. I dare say, Mr. Duggar, and your name would be
Switch.
Switch. Would the two of you care to join myself and Mr. Marcus here in my box seats? We are ringside.
We would love to. Thank you, Mr. Hammer.
Switch was ready to squeal and just jump up and down, but she sees Duger like put on his serious, dignified face, and it kind of stops mid jump and clap and smooths down her ponytail and, her hot pants and says, "Yes, we would love to."
Marcus, on the other hand, who's behind you guys, is jumping up and down.
Am I amiss? You must be a wrestling fan, Miss Switch. Or am I mistaken?
Oh, you are not mistaken. I'm the biggest fan, I would say. Well, Marcus gives me some...
How would you like to see proper Rogering himself? Before the match, of course.
Yes, please.
If that would be okay with you, Marcus. I know that you have work to do tonight, but we have a good hour before the match starts.
Yes. Yes, I would like to see proper Rogering himself. I can check to make sure that there are no strange tech around him, or cameras, or access points.
What kind of name is proper Rogering? Seems a bit strange.
It's a long
fume.
story, sir.
Well, lead the way, Mr. Hammer. I'm sure these two are be most excited. Perhaps you and I could talk. Business. You seem to have quite a big enterprise here.
Was that a slight against my weight, Mr. Duger? Because I am a hefty man, all jowls. But of course, you know, me, I've got a big heart. For eddies, that is.
Well, then we have more in common than we might think.
But I don't have one of those, I tell you. Hey, boy, God pulls you close. Keep her close. She's a real looker.
Yes.
All right, just follow me. Down a few hallways and causeways, and I'll bring you down into the green room. Or as they say in these parts, the rumble room.
To the rumble room, then.
What does it look like as you guys walk in and like you take a left and there's a bunch of guards and you like go through a velvet rope and head down like if you can think about like a modern Coliseum, how like they have all like the passageways that go down to the locker room that are kind of off limits. Role play that for me and I'll move your tokens.
Yeah, so as they're walking down the corridor, right, SW asks what kind of a name is proper ordering. Marcus looks at Switch and he smiles and he kind of, pulls out his compad agent. According to his autobiography, proper ordering is a long story.
I don't really want to know, Marcus.
He says, and I quote, "It is a state of mind, a being, of perpetual motion."
Okay. That sounds a bunch of nonsense to me, but okay.
Go ahead, Switch.
No, she was just nodding, and as Marcus was reading, and she's like, "Oh no, he's kind of like the philosopher of Gods of Chrome." I mean, I don't understand it all myself, but when do I ever?
He seems completely like just not paying attention much. Just walking along, smoking.
As you walk down the hallway, it gets deeper and deeper and darker, but there's still like, this is a cyberpunk, so you're just inundated with ads everywhere. And of course, do you love taste burgers? Do you love cheese?
I do.
Well, I have a treat for you. Big Kahuna Burger. On the corner of Parsons and Pacific Avenue, all new burger jointville. Knock your socks off. We have burgers. We have beer.
Hello?
We have
Yeah.
burgers.
Hello.
Come on by.
Yeah, I can hear
We'll
you.
send it your way. We'll
Yep.
make sure you feel like a big Kahuna.
Wait,
I
what
think
are
we're
we supposed
listening to
see?
the ad.
Yes.
Wait, I don't hear the ad.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was a big ad.
No, it's over. It's over. I'm sorry.
Marcus wasn't paying attention to the ad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just
Because-
busy looking around.
So as you get through the ad, your mouth is watering. You probably really want some real cow, but it's hard to find in Night City unless you know the right people. Raaj Oppenheimer, aka King Hammer, is probably the right people. But you walk into the dressing room, Marcus and Duger and Switch, and you see proper Rogering there with his manager. And they're just sitting here like on two chairs, and they have a fan club. They're answering. It's like a Q&A before the fight, right? And they're answering a bunch of questions and stuff. And Raj kind of leads you in. Here we are, proper himself. Take a look and ask any questions you might have.
The Switch kind of looks between them all. Suddenly, like her throat really like dry and parched. Like she had a million questions running through her brain, but now that she's here, she's struggling to find words. Oh, Mr. Proper, I am so honored to meet you. I've had so many questions I always wanted to ask, but now that I'm here, I just can't think of any. But I know you're gonna do. Wait, I don't see your sidekick. Is he not here tonight?
What's his sidekick called?
What was it, Blaze? Was it it's his cunt kick.
Oh. Yeah. It's where's little cunt?
Little cunt?
Yeah, cunt kick. Your sidekick.
Yes, little cunt. Oh, he's around here somewhere. What'd you say, little cunt? Oh, you know what? What's your name, sir? You there in the hood in the little interface plug on your temple there, like you think you'll be some fucking net runner, eh?
I'm Blazek, your greatest fan.
Oh, you're my greatest fan. I have a fucking million greatest fans. You're just a long line of a bunch of Oh, no. Okay, my manager's telling me I'm supposed to be very appreciative and suck your cock. I'm just kidding, fucking bloke. Come here, give me a hug.
Yes. Switch, this is my friend Switch.
Oh, I ain't gonna suck your cock, but I'm mighty appreciative of you, Mr. Blazek. And you, what's your Switch? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Oh, there, mate, there. I just appreciate if you cheer for me in the upcoming bout, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And, yeah. Wow. I've always dreamed of being in the ring with you and, getting the proper Rogering treatment.
Well, I've been dreaming about that too. As a matter of fact, just now.
She looks confused, but please.
He looks at Duger like, she with you.
Yeah, he's just smoking a cigar. He's just
Sorry,
standing back.
bloke. Didn't mean nothing by it. Though I could rip your fucking head from your shoulders.
I
Nope.
doubt it.
He just laughs.
Yeah, Switch is laughs too and grins. This is, yeah, you'd have to come through me. That wouldn't happen.
Yes, Switch and I trying to defuse the situation. Switch and I, we watched your early fights when you were sexual chocolate. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That costume, well, it wasn't as good. I like this better. The hat
Sexual
is...
chocolate? Oh, yeah. That's a name I haven't heard for a long time. Best we leave that dead, yeah?
Yes, but we are your greatest fans. We know all your fights.
Then fucking get up to the betting booth and place a fucking wedger, yeah?
Yes.
A wedger?
A wedger! A wedger!
Like, and she starts like making like wedgie motions.
The fucking bet! Fucking cunt!
Like the
I have to start
grand
saying
slide
cunt more.
off
Because in the
of
live
her
game, it was
face.
all about saying cunt over and over
Right.
again. Yeah. So he like ushers you, and he just stands up. My man just says it's time to go now. Gonna go tape up my fists, tape up my fucking balls, so the jewels, the dangling bits don't get mixed up. Like my mother said growing up, mixed nuts. Nobody likes them. I'll be back for the main event, yeah?
Yeah, she gives him a thumbs up.
And Marcus screams from the back, when the going gets jolly, the Rogering gets proper.
SW kind of hangs back. He shakes his head first of all and walks over to Hammer and says, "So, you run this show? All the bookings?"
Yeah, I run the bookings of this type of thing. But Roger and the others, they're the real stars. Don't tell your little friend there by You know it's fake, right?
Yes. I do, most certainly. I was wondering, though, do you need any more talent? Just maybe a one-off performance here and there, maybe even tonight. Female match, or even mixed. I think over there, Switch, she could pull in some eyes for you. Just give her a little wrestling. Let her get in the ring. I'm pretty sure she'd do fine. Favor for a favor.
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, it won't do for the main event, but...
No, of course not.
Just after that, after the main event, the crowd needs a little dessert, shall we say. You know Bulk Rogan. He's getting up there in years. He's mostly around and adds commentary to the fights these days, but every once in a while, he's willing to get into the ring with a fan. Bulk Rogan, yeah. Maybe her and Bulk would be a nice dessert for the crowd, if you know what I mean. And I'll tell Bulk to take it easy on her.
I don't think that's exactly necessary, but yeah, I think that that could work.
Okay. Well, stay by my side. Let's see how the night goes, and we'll be able to figure something out there, Duger.
Yeah. He takes his cigar out and starts smoking it next to Hammer.
What are you smoking there, Duger?
Caribbean finest. Caribbean Blaze 105.
Oh, yeah. Romeo y Juliet here. It's an old one. Brought up all the way from Sur de Americo. Yeah, a couple of the Maelstrom boys hooked me up. I really don't like them, but, however I can get good tobacco up here in Night City.
You should perhaps find a different supplier. I could hook you up. Put it in those chrome faces.
Is that so? He kind of puts his arm around you. Think about like Andre the Giant putting his arm around like a little Asian woman. Like, come with me. We may have the beginning of a profitable relationship.
Yeah, just maybe unhand me.
Oh, of course.
I'm not one for physical touch. I'm more of a looker.
I see. Though, my great-grandmadre was Italian. And I think that sort of thing still is strong in my veins. We're an expressive people. We talk with our hands, we touch with our hands, and we eat with our mouths. Like everybody else.
Duggar just nods. Yeah. Eating with the mouth.
So he takes you guys up into the box.
Yeah, Switch is talking to Blaze as they're going up about... I think I do want to put in a bet, but I don't think I like proper rogering anymore.
Yeah, Duggar waves over Switch. Switch, come here for a sec. Got some news for you.
Her face falls. She's like, do we have to go?
Oh, no. We're staying for the whole shebang. I do have a opportunity for you, though. Don't want to presume, but might have made a deal that you're interested in.
Oh, okay, what?
Well, how would you like to have your first professional wrestling match?
She looks at him for a second, like she maybe misheard him, like she's going over again what he just said. But,
I mean, if you want to.
Well, yeah. Wait, yeah, when?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight.
She looks over at Blaze. She keeps looking all around. Is this... She's like, this is real.
As far as I know, unless Mr. Hammer's pulling a fast one on me for no reason.
Oh my gods of Chrome. Who am I going to be wrestling?
Some Rogan guy. I don't remember his name.
What? Bulk Rogan?
Bulk Rogan, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's well, I mean, he's older, but he's like one of the greats. Oh,
Yeah, I figure it's
Oh.
maybe a good one to get your start on, and then, hey, if this goes well, maybe they'll want to use you again.
oh my gosh, that would be so. And she's like, looks over at King Hammer, and she's like, wait, but what if I hurt him?
Well, I was gonna tell you, no lethal stuff, just wrestling stuff, and I don't know how good he is. Just don't kill him.
Oh, I would never, ever kill Bulk Rogan on purpose.
Just make it look impressive. Make it look fancy. That's what they like to see, right?
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay, yes.
Showmanship.
Yes. And she's looking over at Blaze and like, did you hear that?
Blaze is like, he's jumping up and down. You're gonna defeat Bulk Rogan. You're gonna smash his face. And you're gonna break his ribs. And you're gonna suplex him.
Yeah. And then she's imagining suplexing Bulk Rogan, and she's like, I don't know about a suplex, but I'm taking him down.
This will be Bulk Rogan's worst night.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you can maybe warm up or something in a while. It's after the big match, kind of like the dessert. That's what Mr. Hammer called it. I don't know if that's some commentary in the wrestling world that I don't know, or just something sexual. I'm not sure.
Well, no, I think he just means it comes after the main event.
Oh. Right. Well.
Oh, I think it's starting. And she, kind of grips Duker by the forearm, like her uncomfortably tight. Like she is obviously like excited to a dangerous degree. Like she is just almost shaking.
I'm glad you're having a good time. Don't break my forearm.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, sorry. And she starts taking slow, measured breaths while she counts in her head, trying to calm down.
You guys ready to rumble?
Yeah, let's take a short break. Just want to go
Okay.
bio break. Yep.
Bathroom break,
Gotta poop.
and we'll fight. Same here. AFK for
Yeah, I'll be
two,
right back.
2.5 minutes. Be back in 2 shakes of the lamb's tail. I'm back.
I'm here.
Cypher's dropping the deuce.
I gotta go.
I'm back.
I think we're just waiting on Cypher.
Yep.
Back.
All right. So as they lead you out of the betting room, you can hear cheers of people as they kind of place their bets. And as you walk out into the box, you kind of overlook the ring, and you see Proper Rogering and Sandy Ravage getting ready for the main event. And of course, there's like advertisements and stuff going on overhead. And let's do... Yes. There's an advertisement that comes on like a big jumbotron, and it's a very nice looking man. And he says, "Hello, Night City. My name is Adam Wynn. Most of you don't know me, and why should you? I've likely been dead for dozens of years at this point, but I am or was a man of means, and so technology has brought you the miracle of this advertisement. It's no doubt playing in front of a family-friendly brain dance sporting event, or maybe in the back of a cab. My proprietary limited AIs have been trained to garner a large audience at around the year 2040. And I come to you to bring this message. It doesn't need to be like this. You need to read my new book. You don't need to live like rats in cages. You don't need to eat kibble. You don't need to always be afraid of the next corner, the next ganger that's going to bust a cap in your ass and take your eddies. No, it didn't used to be like that. You can return to the old ways again. You only need to shrug off and then you hear just, you just hear like people booing, like, boo, boo, boo. And they start throwing like beer bottles at the screen. Eventually, like the fight promoter just kind of turn off the screen. And then they turn up the music, and they go, "Are you ready to rumble?" What does Slip and Marcus do? And what does Duger do?
Oh, Switch is screaming as loud as anybody in the audience. Yes!
Tuger is barely paying it. He's just like, oh yes, this is quite nice. He's just
Okay,
like,
and then Switch is like, okay, this is what, she starts trying to explain to him what Sandy is, his moves are and what to expect and what she thinks proper rogering might respond with and what to watch out for and what illegal moves that she thinks rogering might bring to the table and
he's just like, oh yes.
somehow the refs never catch him.
He's acting like he's interested, but not quite.
All right, let's go to Zypher first. Zypher, roleplay for me what looks like as the two fighters come out of the ring and get all psyched up.
Yeah, so Sandy Ravage comes out first, right? Like the lights kind of go dark a little, not fully dark, and there is this ethereal music that starts playing all over, and then there is like these little sparks that kind of hang in the middle of the air over all the audience, and then the sparks becomes like firecrackers, and the firecracker becomes like large sprinkling flower pots, and eventually it becomes rockets flying everywhere, and then there's like this deep rumbling voice, do you feel it? And it kind of starts permeating to the crowd. Laser show starts firing lasers everywhere, and then the curtain kind of just like explodes backwards, and a white hot light starts streaming towards the ring, and out steps Sandy Ravage, and he's like getting the crowd all riled up, and holds up a V against his lips and starts like shaking his tongue out at everyone, and he's got these like two bombshell models walking past like beside him looking all sexy and demure, and he starts like getting the crowd all riled up, starts walking towards the ring, and then the ladies like hold the ropes down as he very sexily enters the ring. It's
Nice.
Ravage time!
What does proper rogering look like, Switch?
Rogering comes out and he is also accompanied, well, the lights dim off of Sandy and they go on to proper as he's coming in at the other end, but it's more like a black light, so he's obviously the heel. And as he's coming in, he's wearing like a newsboy hat, sort of like you would expect to see, on a British guy who came from the streets, and he's got a cigarette hanging out one side of his mouth at kind of a floppy angle, and a sneering smile on his face, and on either side of him are two women as well, but they're wearing black and almost like bondage gear, and they have like instead of that demure demeanor, they've got this brazen strut as they are going with him to the ring, and he kind of leers at their backsides and looks at the audience like yeah, and he kind of raises his arms up to get the crowd going, and he's like, are you ready to see a proper rogering? And some people boo and some people hear.
getting proper rogering? Yeah!
And as he gets to the ring, they hold it down for him in like this almost worshipful, submissive posture as he steps into the ring, flings his hat off into the audience, and cracks his head one side to the left, walks up to the right. You hear like the audible crack.
Roll a roll D10 switch. With a 8, 9, or 10, you catch the hat. Otherwise, you don't. Oh.
She tries, but it flies off, and someone else catches it, and she kind of glares at them, but then gets, back into the excitement.
Pull out your submachine gun.
She's
all right, Duger. The fight starts. Ding, ding, ding. You should see, if you click on your token, at the right side, it says Monday Mayhem. There you go. Roll it.
Bars run out of drinks. Now patrons are throwing their empties into the ring. One hits the wrestler. Roll D10. Odd, savage, even, proper.
Yeah.
Proper.
It's a role play what happens here as they're fighting and this happens.
Somebody has this glass, sort of glass bottle, and says, "Oh, there's no more of these. This is my favorite beer. It's Night City Choo Chum." And he gets mad. He's drunk. He just flings it, and it hits proper Rogering right in the back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Smashes him in the back. He turns around. Which one of you did that? Which one of you motherfuckers did that? I'm gonna fucking rip your goddamn head out and shit down your goddamn esophagus.
It's as he's yelling, the other guy tries to pin him. It almost looks like it's choreographed.
Almost. Switch. Give me a Monday Mayhem roll.
All right. Okay, proper Rogering executes his special move. Describe it. All right, so the other guy's trying to pin him, and he finally gets his head back in the game, turns away from the bottle. Actually, he notices the bottle that hit him in the back, and while the guy's pinning him, he reaches out, takes the bottle, smacks the other guy in the head with it, and the glass shatters. Whether it's real or not, that's up to the audience to decide.
What's the special move name?
Right. Well, that's not his special move yet. So then the guy kind of staggers back, and Rogering swings himself onto the guy's back and at his backside, and then just starts like humping his backside, like his buttocks with his hips while he's got the guy in a headlock. And then it somehow, for some reason, that forces the guy down to the ground, and then he teabags him. And that's his move. He says, "That's a proper Rogering!"
Oh, yeah!
Yeah! Marcus Blazik, give me your Monday Mayhem roll. Oh!
It's Marcus!
Are you muted?
No, I can, 1 minute. I'm just thinking 1 minute. So a disruptive streaker from the audience breaks into the ring. How is it handled, and what does it look like?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So wait. So I just want to clarify. So Marcus would have seen that proper Rogering is no longer Switch's favorite, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
She's
like
booing him.
yeah. So he sees like Switch is booing him, and then he sees like proper Rogering do his like special maneuver, and Marcus like, oh no, and he starts like running towards the ring like in order to like kind of take his clothes off and distract proper Rogering with Marcus's Roger, but as he's getting there, he sees somebody else in the audience kind of like get ready to do the same, and for a moment he kind of stops in his track because this person looks exactly like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but they don't at the same time. And as Marcus is about to remove his hood off and his jacket off, this lady like kind of beats him to the punch, rips like top, like Hulk, like an old wrestler called Hulk Hogan, shoves Marcus to the side. Marcus goes cartwheeling backwards onto some other fans who are already like throwing beer at each other. He gets drenched in beer, and she starts, jumps over the barricade, and she starts screaming, Roger me right now, Roger me.
Duggar's watching and like the cigars in his lips, and it just kind of like falls out as he's just like exasperated, just like, what the fuck is this?
You're like, this is why people love this. This is why people love it. All right, we're going to go one more time through. Duggar, you're up
Oh
again.
gosh, okay. What is I don't want to steal your guys' thunder. What's Sandy Ravage's special move?
Oh, I got no
Okay.
idea. I just made up the name.
Sandy Ravage, as the streaker comes in, she quickly jumps up onto the top rope, and then as proper Rogering looks away in horror at the Tweedledee and Tweedledum looking lady, bare-chested, she jumps off the top rope, but kind of turns at the same time and grabs the turnbuckle and drops her hips right onto his shoulder. His shoulders, like where her crotch is right in his face, and she just like starts gyrating back and forth, and he like leans backwards and covers his face and like starts gagging and like falls down to the ground. Cunt slam, yep.
Marcus, are you still naked?
Well,
No,
I don't
no,
think he quite got there yet.
It was not me. It was the Tweedledee. So as he's about to take it
Oh,
off, like,
somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
they
now
look
on
like
the ground
Tweedledee and
and-
Tweedledum.
yeah,
Right.
somebody like looks like Tweedledum, like runs onto the stage with like, their tits all hanging out, and now like cunt slamming this person. Marcus gets off the floor and shoves this person, whoever he cartwheeled into, to the side, beer all over him, and he sees the move and he screams, "Cunt slam! Cunt slam! Cunt slam! Cunt slam!"
Yeah, so which is like, yes! Make him eat it!
All right,
Duggar's
switch.
like, I gotta sit down.
We're going back through. Switch. You roll again.
Ooh, he gives a soliloquy in there.
Oh yeah, this always happens in wrestling, right? As he has him like in a hold, he gives us a talk.
Yeah, he finally manages to shove Sandy away, roll away, stands up, and, it's like she's out of breath. Nobody knows why, she's suddenly so out of breath, but she kind of backs up into the corner, leans down, taking 5, while, the spotlight, focuses on Proper. And he, and he says, and this is what Night City's all about. It's not about them, awful people up in those glass cages watching us like we're the animals. No! This is our city! And we fight dirty! If you're with me, Night City, then you tell me! Are you up there with them, or are you down there with me? If you're down here with me, you say it with me! Night City fights dirty! And he just says it over and over till the crowd's chanting and chanting, until he raises his hands up in the air, basking in the glory. And Sandy comes crashing into the spotlight and knocks him over.
Ah, Marcus, you're up.
All right, let's do this.
Oh no!
Yeah, so basically what happens is Proper Rogering is standing there giving his soliloquy, right? And he's like screaming and fighting dirty, but Proper Rogering knows when Sandy is actually like getting up off the mat, and Sandy kind of gets low like a crouch, and it looks both Switch and Marcus immediately know what that move is. The move is going to be the spike, and it looks like Sandy Rogers is about to Sandy is
Rabid.
Sandy Ravage is about to like spike Proper Rogering from the back, and as she starts charging up and running at Proper Rogering, uncharacteristically just kind of bends down and just farts in Sandy's face, and completely throws her off, and she's about to like spike him, and in the end she ends up just like smashing her face into his butt. Again, like an old wrestling fighter called Rikishi Fatu.
All right, now for the end. All right, roll me a 1d2, 1 Switch, 2 Marcus, as they're the wrestling fans.
Yep.
Sorry, Ted. The wrestling fans are going to get to call it. Roll me a 1d2 Switch. Marcus, roll Monday Mayhem one more time, and the outcome, Sandy Ravage is going to win. Show me the speech and show me how he wins it.
So, so Sandy gets like carpet bombed in the face, and she falls down to the ground. As she falls down, Proper Rogering does a reverse teabag on the back of her neck, and then he kind of pops up and he starts laughing and looking at her, right? Sandy Ravage kind of shakes it off and like gets up, almost looking like a old Mortal Kombat fighter, kind of swaying back and forth in position. Proper Rogering kind of takes the bait and comes in for like a charge clothesline, and Sandy Ravage like sidesteps, puts her foot out, knocks him over, and he goes tumbling and cartwheeling into the corner, into the turnbuckles, right? And he's like just lying there on the ground, and his like arms are in the middle ropes, kind of all like tied up, and he's just like And Sandy Ravage looks at him and looks at the crowd. Night City! We don't fight dirty! That's what those in the shadows do! That's what the gangers do! That's what the suckers who take from you every single day do! They fight dirty! But Sandy Ravage knows your pain! Sandy Ravage has lived on the streets! Sandy Ravage is from the streets! And now we take Proper Rogering back to the streets! And she comes running at him and flies and then smashes her privates into his, and it becomes called the flying cunt.
Oh yeah. and like the Mean Gene referee comes in and goes, 1, 2, 3, and raises Sandy's hand in victory.
Yeah, switches on her feet, screaming, "Yes! Who's the cunt now? Cunt!"
Yeah. Marcus kind of rips his hood off and starts like running around the ring, kind of screaming his head off, "Sandy Ravage! Sandy Ravage!"
And the bar is back open. And Raj kind of comes up to you guys. Did you guys see that match? How great was that?
It was amazing!
Yeah, and both Switch and Marcus both say amazing in that exact tone at the same time.
Man,
What's that-
and if
that
they
doing
start
there?
this conversation where they're kind of talking about the moves, replaying it, talking about how they thought, Rogering had it for a minute and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Duggar's just watching, completely fascinated by this very strange activity.
Yeah, you guys were kind of brought back into the box in between fights, right?
Yeah.
To go like bet and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that was quite a bout, eh?
Yeah. So is there going to be that extra bout that we talked about?
Absolutely. Now I'm getting ready to go out and announce your lady. Now, listen to me. No funny stuff, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, this is all. Your friends might not get this, but it's all a little bit,
Yes, I know.
put on.
Yeah.
Does she know that?
I'll talk to her.
All right, you go talk to her. I'm gonna make my way down to the ring for the big announcement.
All right. He goes over to Switch. Switch. It's almost time for your night to shine.
I am ready. I'm trying to figure out what my signature move's gonna be.
What, do you have a name you want to call yourself?
Oh. Gosh. I hadn't thought about it. How about... She kind of touches like the scars on her face that, when she gets flushed or excited, are a little more prominent. And she says, "How about I'm pretty fast. How about slip red mark?"
Sure. He doesn't get the sure slip red mark. I'll tell Mr. Hammer. Hey, listen. This guy's old, so take it real easy on him, okay? I mean, win, obviously, but don't hurt him too bad.
Yeah, I'll try not to send him to the hospital.
Great.
I mean, I get it. I mean, like, this is just dessert. It's not like serious fighting like, the main match.
Yeah, but hey, do your best. Show everybody how great you are.
And she grins and she just says, "I cannot believe you made this happen." And just, kind of almost tackles him and just gives him a huge hug around the neck.
It's fine. Hey, opportunity arose. Thought you might like it. Here we are.
Like, she lets go after a minute, and like her eyes are wet, like almost like she's ready to cry, and she kind of turns away and blinks a few times, like, yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready whenever they want.
Go out there and beat some ass.
Oh, and she hands him the purse. I probably won't.
Oh, yeah. He takes it and he's holding the purse. Okay, yeah, go kick some ass. And he looks over to Marcus and he's like, "Were you about to take your clothes off out there?"
Yes. It's Gods of Chrome.
Uh-huh. I don't think that's
And then,
necessary.
Why? They all do it.
Who?
And then Marcus kind of like points his hand at the entire crowd, and now you look at the crowd, they have been consuming beer and now they've completely lost it. There are men, women, tops all off, there's hair, there's sweat, there is things that only can be described from an old Caligula film of just a mass of bodies just heaving and breathing and drinking and puking and screaming all towards the rink. Like them.
Oh, great. Anyway, Switch is gonna wrestle, so let's watch her, and hopefully she doesn't kill this guy, and then we can leave. She doesn't know it's fake, right?
What is fake?
The wrestling. It's an act.
Wrestling is fake?
Yeah, of course.
No, it's not fake.
It's
no,
fake.
It's not.
It's fake.
No, it's not fake.
It's fake, man.
But Switch said it's all real.
She thinks it's real, and you're not gonna tell her any different.
Yeah, Switch is looking in a small mirror, and she's taken out like lipstick that she had in the only pocket that she has in these hot pants. And she's painted her lips, and then she's taken this bright red and kind of traced along some of her scar lines. And by the time she's done, it almost looks like she's wearing war paint.
Marcus goes up to Switch. He's like, holds her by the shoulders. You win!
Oh, I'm going to win. But even if I don't, this is the greatest night of my life.
Destroy! Destroy! Destroy Rogan! Bulk Rogan, destroy him!
Destroy! And she grins. And she, ends up high-fiving Marcus and looking for directions on, how am I supposed to, where am I supposed to go?
As you do that, what's his name? Raj, Big Hammer, is down there, and he's saying, "Tonight, we have a special guest with us, representing one of our several corporate sponsors besides Big Kahuna Burger, that is a tasty burger. We have Switch, the blonde phenom." He introduces you. What does it look like as you run out?
She runs out into the ring, and she just kind of does this hurdle over the ring's edge, just fully vaults over, her hands barely touching it as both feet kind of go over and lands. A blur of movement, and then she lands there, and a giant triumphant grin spreads over her face as she looks out into the crowd, and she raises her hands up in the air. Does a twirl, as she knows that, girl wrestlers are supposed to do to show off their butt. She doesn't know why they do it, but...
You guys still hearing music or no?
Yeah,
I'm not hearing any music actually.
I'm hearing music.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing. Where it keeps playing even though I stop it. Cern Scrape, you're gonna lose my subscription, buddy. I'm gonna stop it.
Okay.
All right, let me restart it here. All right, but anyhow, I'm just gonna put on some music from us. Roll 20. Hear that, Cypher?
Yes.
All right, good. All right, so then out the other corner, old guy, big old dude, comes out. I just made this token. Hopefully it works, and it does. Bulk Rogan. He comes out. Bulk Rogan. He goes. I just does a flex thing in all four quadrants of the ring, and he's a fan favorite. They all just scream. What's Switch do?
She's a little starstruck for a minute, just watching his, entrance and watching his flex. The expression kind of drops from her face as she's just watching him, a little dazzled. But then after everybody cheers, she kind of blinks, and she points at Bulk Rogan, and she says, "I'm coming for you, old man."
Yeah, hey, come on, you want for me, toots? Hey, listen. You know, let's just give these guys a show. Maybe they'll bring you back on for part 2.
She cocks her head to one side and says, "Guess we'll see how it plays out."
All right, we'll go one round through. Switch. Give me the first Monday Mayhem roll.
All right. Oh!
Oh no! What's this look like?
All right, so Switch, the bell rings, and Switch comes at him, a blur of movement, but she underestimates him, and he just kind of reaches out with both hands, grabs her by the waist, and uses her own momentum to kind of throw her over his shoulder out of the ring. She manages to grab the ropes, as she's kind of flipping out of the ring, and she ends up on the outside, and then flips herself back in, but she kind of blinks at him like, oh, this guy's got some moves still.
Give me an endurance.
Oh.
Otherwise, you'll take, we'll say 1d20 damage.
Yeah, endurance
Pretty
is
random.
not my thing, so
Endurance.
let's see. This is under body. I think.
Body, yep. Nope. So
1d20?
1d20.
Oh my gosh!
No. He breaks.
Wow.
I will break her.
Like she
Yeah, he
really...
goes, I will break her upon my knee. Wah! It starts to like walking towards you outside of the ring.
All right.
Duger. Monday Mayhem.
Did you get that? It's the same thing.
I didn't see
It's
it.
It rolled the same
Oh.
thing. Do you want me to re-roll?
Yeah, I rolled again.
Yeah, it looks like... There you go.
All right, so he's going up to her, but he's slow rolling to walk up. He probably feels like he's maybe too rough. Like, oh, she's not a pro, right? He's walking up to her slow. He's smiling. He's trying to give a show, right? So what does that look like? You can role play it.
Who, me?
So he...
Oh, yeah, no, you do it.
Yeah, you.
I think that's
Oh.
you.
He just
Yep.
kind of like waddles up. "Ah, come here, girl," and he like does the whole slow thing, like he's gonna like grab her by the hair, and then and whatever you want to do there.
Now then, what the switch do?
Oh, he reaches out like he's gonna grab her by the hair, and she kind of uses the same trick against him. As he's reaching forward, she uses his momentum against him and kind of flips behind him, grabs the arm, and then she's got it like pinned up against the back of his, against his back at a painful angle.
Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah!
All right, Marcus, give me the roll.
Here we go. Nice.
I'll let Switch role play that.
Yeah.
All right. So she's got one arm behind him, and he's, she's forcing it up and up, which kind of forces him down and down to avoid the pain of that that arm being pulled up at an unnatural angle. And she gets the other arm around his meaty neck and squeezes and squeezes. He's got a meaty neck, but she's trying to take some of the strength out of him by blocking his breathing, blocking his blood flow to his head. And as it appears to be working, because she's still got one hand holding the arm behind his back, she looks at the crowd and she says, I admired this man my whole life. I've got posters of Bulk Rogan still. But there comes a time to pass the torch. And when she says that, she kind of pushes a little bit harder on his arm, forcing him down lower.
Yeah, he's kind of like, hey, you're doing a nice job with the crowd. Keep it going, but don't be too rough, girlie, okay?
There's a time for someone new to take the light. And sometimes that person doesn't look the way you expect them to, and she's just kind of forcing him lower, but she kind of gets that. Now she kind of gets that she actually doesn't have to put a whole lot of pressure on him. He's kind of taking himself down, just kind of going along with it. And she says, she kind of leans in and she would whisper in his ear, but obviously she's not whispering. She's shouting to the crowd and she says, what do you say, old man? Is it time to go to the retirement homes? Or do you still have a little fight left in you?
He kind of turns to you and he kind of whispers,
Hey, listen here, broad. My time has come, and it's gone. I've made my eddies enough to be comfortable for the rest of my life. Why don't you give him a show?
Then he says out loud,
Fuck you, you fucking cunt! I'm gonna rip your goddamn head off!
give me one more roll switch, and this will be the outcome.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay. So as he says that,
Tweedledee throws in some huge panties.
yes,
They're huge. That's the only way he can get around his neck.
Her shirt's off, but suddenly these huge panties land around Switch's her head and neck and drooping over one shoulder like a bandolier almost. It takes her a minute. She is seriously startled. What the hell? And then she almost kind of lets go of Bulk, and then she's like, oh yeah! And she takes the panties and she, ties them around his neck and puts one platform boot against his back and kind of forces his head down, his neck down against the panties that she tightens like a garrote as she's pushing down on his back with her boot. And I think he doesn't put up a huge fight because it's just a show, and so it's not hugely painful for him. But as she does this, she notices the smell from the panties might be doing the job for her.
The crowd cheers as Switch emerges victorious. What does it look like?
As he falls to the ground, she drops the panties. He slumps, and she holds her hands up in the air, and the crowd's cheering, and she is just basking in it. And then she looks down at Bulk and walks over to him and kind of kneels down and holds out her hand.
Yeah, he kind of takes her hand as he fake regains consciousness.
Hey, that was pretty good. Whose panties were those? A friend of yours?
She shrugs. I got no.
Oh, he's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that, man. And she kind of pulls him in for a bro hug and kind of claps him on the shoulder.
Yeah, out of the crowd, of course. They love both of you now.
And at the end, she picks the panties up, she holds them up in the air, and she starts flinging them around and, shoots them off into the crowd.
And back up in the box, Raj kind of looks to Duger and slaps his deck. Oh! Hey there, Duga! Your friend there has quite the talent with crowds.
Yeah, she's quite something.
I dare say so myself.
Yeah, well, maybe you can invite her back and pay her some eddies to do so. This is a freebie, but,
Marcus.
no,
Oh,
you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah. As you're talking, you can finish your role play, but Marcus, give me an interface in the meantime.
Yeah, he just says, special guest for now. I think she'd like that.
That's really good. So Marcus, you suddenly have an internal ping from your agent saying that multiple net runners have invaded the net that Oppenheimer has set up, and there's imminent threat. How do you roleplay that?
So, Marcus is kind of jumping up and down, screaming in the box, like running from wall to wall when he sees Switch win, and he's like completely losing his shit. Slip red mark, and he kind of screaming his and then he just stops, like as if somebody shot a freeze ray at him. He just stops and he kind of looks up. He already knows where the interfaces are in this room. He scoped it out as soon as he came in, even without like looking like he was scoping. And the moment he looks at it, he realizes that there is imminent threat. He whips around. Gone is that that childlike behavior or the obsession with gods of Chrome. It's kind of all of that's behind him, and he looks straight at King Hammer and SW Duggar. We are under attack. Netrunners are in the system. I think it's time for you to pack up, King Hammer.
As that happens, King Hammer's kind of turning to get a drink, and as he gets a drink from his the person that's been serving him drinks the entire night, he kind of sees that the person all has this zombie look on their face, and they're now holding a gun pointed right at him. And you hear a voice say, "You've met your end, Oppenheimer." And there is a gunshot. And we will end the session there.
Oh my gosh. I'm serious.
I'm gonna call trauma team. Well, got some wrestling.
That was a blast.